I've been on a lot of episodes by now, but I gotta tell you, this one really takes the cake. Do you guys get it? Because it's cake.
Yeah, birthday cake.
Yeah. That's right, because we're here, back at Kicking Teeth on the Slappy Hour podcast to celebrate a very slappy birthday indeed for a very slappy man. I think I'm looking at you, Omar. I think I'm pointing.
Am I supposed to
yeah, but you're not. You're not excited about.
Stand up or
all right. Clearly, we do all this stuff. We make the cake. We do all this work. Me and Ryan put the hard work into it to make you feel like a special birthday boy on this day, and you spit in our dicks.
Every time.
Directly.
That's a compliment in my culture.
No. You always do. Go ahead, explain. I gotta get the chair anyway, so you might as well tell the people at home. Go ahead.
Well, I don't want to explain where I'm from, but yeah, it's kind of like, you ever see how bonobos, you ever heard about how bonobos, to solve arguments, they just jerk each other off?
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a form of, it's like a term of endearment. It's like, oh, we're fighting about like who gets the last slice of pizza, and now I'm jerking you off, and now like we split the pizza in half.
Well, I do it by myself because I have split personality disorder. I have arguments in my head, and then it just happens.
Oh. And
you know how it goes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
Every time I get into an argument with myself, I just jerk off. Makes sense.
Well,
it feels like somebody else is doing it. It's great.
Are you talking about, was the stranger hand or whatever?
Oh, the stranger?
Has anybody ever done that here?
Yeah.
The stranger?
Well, just to try it.
All right, well, Ryan, because you're the expert, I think you should explain to everybody what the stranger is.
That was a perfect description right there. We don't have to continue on.
Yeah, that's perfectly.
Plead the fifth.
All right, well, that's perfectly fine. And speaking of strangers, we have a mysterious stranger in our midst today. We have a very special guest and a very, slappy birthday boy. He's friend of the show, an avid skater. I would say that he won't admit to this. Part-time model, full-time model, beautiful man.
Standing at an intimidating 5'6", by the way.
Hey, I'm 5'9". I'm actually at 6'2".
This is really helping that you're not on camera right now. It's really just doing wonders. And also, you heard the guest voice, but Omar went in. He tried to come in like standing at a fucking he tried to make a height joke. Do you realize?
I'm also the same height as Schwinn.
I was literally gonna say, think of everybody on this podcast. We're not very vertically skilled.
I think you're also 6'2", Omar. You're also 6'2".
Yeah. No. We're not dealing with these lies on here.
We're short kings. This should be called the Short King Podcast.
All right, change it.
All right.
Send it to legal. Send it to legal right now.
That's right, my... That was so fucking good.
Please leave that in.
No, that's gonna stay. Oh, boy.
My voice precedes me.
I made the fart sound with my mouth because it was also coming from my ass. I tried to cover it up.
Well, you know what? I'm done covering up our special guest. We got to take the thing off of his face because he's here. He's beautiful. And here's our friend, Schwinn, the Thai prince, man of many hats. Here.
Man of many hats.
And yeah, Schwinn, man, you're here for the Milady March. You're here to celebrate your birthday with Omar. We've been talking about having you on for a long fucking time. We played a little bit of Elden Ring earlier in the month. And welcome, man.
Schwinn's back on the 10th. I'm the 15th.
10, 15.
Yeah, you guys have any plans, like any birthday extravaganzas or adventures?
Well, actually, last night we went to the beach and had like a bonfire vibe, and that was fucking fun as hell.
Must be nice.
Yeah, that sounds pretty.
Meanwhile, you guys are fucking toes are falling off in frozen ass Albany.
It snowed yesterday, and I went out to shovel the cars off. and I almost got frostbite on my fingers because I have these little wimpy fingerless gloves. And yeah,
And-
so
and
while you were on the beach, probably drinking Coronas and having a bonfire,
Yeah.
and, you know,
And
making sweet love.
Sarah got stuck in a fucking snow mound, and her body's still there to this day.
Oh wait, I haven't heard from her in a few hours.
I
You just
just
left her outside. You're like, okay, honey, sit over here while I get the car ready for us to go out. And then you just drove off and forgot about her.
you're like
And she's a
shoveling the
fucking-
snow onto her the whole time, so she's becoming an icicle.
She looks like fucking Olaf the snowman from Frozen.
I love the idea of anytime that Omar and Schwinn are doing something like relaxing and fun on the West Coast. Ryan and I are always competing, but like we're doing it in such shittier circumstances. So we're like on Long Island in the winter, like, oh, we had a fire by the beach too. It's like night, we're fucking dying. We're not realizing that like there's no way we can achieve this. The temperature's just fucking different, but we're so fucking determined.
You've got like fucking like icicles coming from your nose. Like
we're having like a homeless barrel fire in some alleyway in Brooklyn.
Hey, to be honest, in LA, that could be considered really hip. That could be like a VIP exclusive thing. So
We're down to Skid Row.
getting fucking like drop kicked by a deer or some shit. 'Cause I
let's
feel like there's always it's always like those fucking wild ass deers in winter that just book it across roads there.
you see a lot of
we-
videos of them like
we
just. Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
We have deer and we have ticks.
Yep.
You know? Lyme disease runs rampant. Love
Yeah.
it.
We really
Yeah.
want to just
Good
break.
stuff.
That's really insensitive of you to bring up on this show, but that's cool.
Pairs perfectly with Taco Tuesday.
Oh my god.
Lose your mind. Get
Yeah.
your taco.
Hey, one time I was.
No, fucking deer though are actually terrifying on the East Coast. Cause like I remember one night I was driving and like, well, we had a friend who fucking, I mean, granted he was drunk, but got hit by a deer and flipped his car. But one time when I was driving home late at night, I saw the deer like booking it across, like right beside me on the road, and I was like, I have to slow down because I already know that they're gonna try and just jump across, and like predicted it, like they just fucking like jumped across the entirety of the 2 lanes, like in one fucking hop. And like if I kept going, I would have
Was
just
it
like
racing you?
yeah, it was like running by my car, like
They were
Yeah,
having
it felt-
some kind of competition.
yeah. But I just knew it was like planning to jump across, and then I would have been fucked.
Yeah. Well, good thing you had the foresight to do that. You probably
Yeah.
took some kind of defensive driving course, right?
No.
You are,
Right.
dude.
I've just dealt with many a deer in my time.
I've just been in multiple
asshole.
car accidents.
I've had antlers through my earlobes once before.
You can fucking jump that long, dude.
Dude, no,
Fuck it.
deer can fucking hop, dude.
That's like some Santa sleigh ass shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say. I thought you were about to say no. Deer can fucking fuck, dude. Which I.
Wait, do they have deer in Thailand?
I think they do. I mean, I've seen them in the national park. I think they're like universally animal.
Zoos-
They're
zoos
like
don't
universal
count.
animal. They're like
Are
they're
they an
everywhere.
import?
They're probably on Mars. Oh, they're import. Probably not. I don't think so. They look different though. They look like a little bit.
Part of the deer trade?
yeah, like why would the fuck would people ship over deers of all animals? It's like so useless.
Well, venison's good.
Hey,
people in New York, like there's like a season where you hunt deers because it's like they're like rabbits. They just fuck a lot and like make millions of children, and you just got baby deers everywhere, like eating
That-
berries.
that is how you know that Omar is from Long Island because he doesn't say the word deer. He
I
says
say
deers.
deers.
Is that what you guys say?
I
down
think we
there?
added plurals to everything. I think that's like the
well,
stereotype.
no, because there's multi. Oh, you're right. 'Cause
You were
Yeah.
just like, it's like, well, no, idiot, because, oh no.
well, there's some weird Long Islandisms. Like I remember our history teacher, Mr. Worthington, had like a really strong.
Worthington?
Yeah.
You just made
Worthington.
Ryan's year. Ryan, he's like, Worthing?
He had like a really strong Long Island accent. And one of the things you do in a Long Island accent is they add ER to things that end with A. So he was a history teacher, so he'd be like, this here is Africa, Asia. Like, it's like a weird Long Islandism.
Speaking of, I guess, Long Island-like things, I actually just went with my wife and friends and family to go see a Islanders hockey game at the new UBS Arena.
Oh, how was that?
Well, fuck you, Ryan. It was a great time. It's first time at the arena. Like, the hockey game was great. It's first time I've seen hockey in like a long time. It was fun. We all got drunk. It was great. And then you might have realized the Big Harv and some of the Kick and Tea stuff have been posting less. A little bit. And that's because Big Harv was a big idiot and left his phone in the arena. You're both looking at me like, of fucking course he did. It fell right out of the back of my ass. That's what we're thinking.
Yeah, right down the... Because you keep your phone in between your butt cheeks.
Oh, wait, it's
And it
locked.
just slipped. Yeah. But, like, you got excited by the hockey game. They just opened up, like, box.
I was gonna say, under normal circumstances, you can't get anything out of there. It's like a clamp.
No, it would break your hand, dude.
Once you start drinking, it kind of loosens up. You get that flop.
I was talking about with...
No, the flop.
Flop.
Well, so now, like, because I lost my fucking phone and wallet that Slipknot. Well, I got my phone back, but, like, what? And before that, in March of this 2021, Schwinn came in with... I was living in Portland for the year, and Schwinn came and visited and broke his phone and was homeless for the whole week.
Holy shit.
That's a story in itself, actually.
Only a matter of time, then.
Yeah, well, dude,
you're
I'm
next.
telling you, man, apples... Like, I don't want to get conspiracy theory with this podcast.
Yes, you do.
They're crazy, because, like, I went over there, and my phone, apparently, the antenna broke. Somehow we found out that the antenna broke, and I was like, okay, I'm going to this Apple store without a fucking GPS. Like, you've no idea, like, how life is before the GPS. Because, like, I was in not, like, my familiar city, because Portland, Oregon, you know, like, it's there's some landmarks and stuff, but, like, I wasn't familiar driving there, and I just drove Omar's car out.
Yeah.
Right, I forget why you had to drive my... Was it just because I was working or something?
Yeah, I think it was something like that. It was like...
Yeah.
It was raining too. Well, it wasn't raining when I drove out, but it suddenly rained. It's like so unpredictable, you know. It's like
before the
everywhere
GPS,
else
you
in
had
the
to
world,
like,
I guess.
MapQuest that shit.
But dude,
you had
remember?
to like stop and ask for directions, like, oh,
Yeah.
sure, go past.
No, I
the
literally asked like
3
homeless
steps.
man or something, yeah, for like a direction to AT&E, because I like stop at this Apple store. Like, it's not even an actual Apple store, because you know how they hate corporations there.
Yeah.
Which I do too. I hate corporations, but they
Who does?
yeah, they really hate it.
Even though we live in a fucking corporate city. So speaking of like MapQuest and all that shit, and like how back in the day you had to like actually ask people directions. One of like the craziest nights I ever had was when me and our friend from back home, our friend Matt, he was like one of the guys that I went on, or just him. We went on like a big like Asia like backpacking trip. Asia. We went on a big backpacking trip, and when we were in Tokyo, we didn't have many nights there, so we decided on our second night that we were gonna get like really fucked up and go to like crazy Tokyo bars and all this stuff. And so we used to carry this, like, when we travel, we had this like fanny pack that would fit under your pants. Like, it was like really thin, so it would go underneath your pants. We ended up like, I have a whole story for that night, but I won't tell it now. And but eventually we ended up at this Japanese club, and we were fucked up on, like, you know, we were drunk and we took some Adderall, and we were like hype and drunk as fuck, and we started like dancing with like Japanese girls. And when we got out of the club, we had realized that all of our money had been stolen. Like, some girl that he was dancing with, I guess, must have reached into his pants, unzipped it, and then taken out all the money and stuff.
No way.
And so we're just in like,
Holy shit.
we don't have GPS because we're in Japan, so our phones don't work, like, unless we had Wi-Fi. And we had to figure a way back to our hotel by just walking.
I'd be
and
dead.
we got out of the bar or the club at like 5 in the morning, and we didn't get back to our hotel until 7 in the morning. And basically all we had to do was like run up to like people and like nobody spoke English because it's Japan, and like they're not as like bilingual as some other countries you can visit. And so we were just going up to be like, Shibuya, Shibuya, where is Shibuya? And they would just be like, oh, and we just like kept walking. Like we had no idea if we were getting close or not.
That's
we were just,
scary
like,
as shit.
How many people are out at 5 a.m. though?
it's a pretty late night city.
Yeah.
It was like there was a decent
early
amount of
morning.
people.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like New York or something where it's like very much like there's a deep nightlife in Japan.
I feel like that's Omar's solo like hip hop album. It's a pretty late night city.
Ooh.
Like
I
a
like
fucking like lo-fi like
Yeah, it's lo-fi, and it's just like it's always the same fucking vaporwave animation of like the DeLorean driving on like a fucking plane access shit.
cyberpunk ass city.
Yeah, and there's like some MC like
Like
100%.
wave kind of shit maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's gonna be good for the listeners.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say,
pads over it.
I feel like out of every episode we've had, this has definitely been the best for audio. Like, cut to me fucking like screeching the chair and the fucking green screen and all this shit. But yeah, I mean, we're here and we're having a good time. We're having some laughs. But yeah, guys, we're here to fucking celebrate your birthday. How old are you fucking turning? Each one of you, please.
I'd
Don't be
26. I mean, I am 26 now. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's old.
Turning 29 tomorrow.
All right, so Schwinn, you still have time. Omar is doomed. It's over, buddy. You know? It's okay.
Danielle was asking me like what I wanted to do for my birthday and stuff. Well, I mean she's not here, but
That just went to ultimate sad. Yeah, Danielle's not here. She asked me what I wanted to do for my birthday, but she's not here, so, you know.
well,
And
she
then-
was just asking me in general what I was gonna do for the birthday, and we're gonna have like a house party next weekend, like invite our friends. But I was like, I don't really give a shit about 29. It's kind of like a boring ass year, and so like if I'm gonna do anything, it's gonna be like 30, right? Like once we turn 30, like I want to do something crazy for 30.
After 30, what do you have? Like maybe 35, but 40,
Yeah.
like.
Or
Oh.
you're too fucking old. Dude.
I like how Omar's saying this, but we know that, like, really, he's only saying this because when he wants, like, a basic 30th birthday, where it's, like, everybody's, like, how everybody is when he turns 30, he wants, like, oh, my God, 30 and about to die balloons, like, just really, like, way too basic and, like, fucking Starbucks live, laugh, love.
No. I want to do like next year. I want to do something crazy, and like we're all turning 30 except for Schwinn.
No, I
Right.
know you're saying that, but I know what's gonna happen. You're like, I want to go fucking skydiving into a volcano's taint, and really, it's gonna be like, oh my God, you brought the charcuterie, you fucking legend. Like,
You got Mario Party Superstar?
yeah, pin the tail on the hunk. Oh my God, and they even have a little cartoon penis. This is gonna be crazy. Like,
Omar's just gonna start wearing crop tops that say like wine, live, laugh, love, and then be a wine mom and wear yoga pants like Lululemon or whatever.
Oh, can we do that for
I,
your 30?
I see that in my future for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, there's
shame.
literally nothing wrong. That sounds fucking awesome. Like,
No, I want to actually do something crazy for 30. I feel like we just like you gotta do it for your 30th, right? Like we'll fucking go to like a shark cage or something.
and then Omar, I'm just like, I keep picturing, just because everything, we always make these fucking massive plans, and then they turn out like we're at the side of a Dunkin' Donuts on the side of the highway, like drinking piss.
Fucking sitting in the dumpster eating the old donuts that they throw out at 3 a.m.
That's like every time, like since we were kids, anytime we make like an extravagant like travel plan, party plan.
Hey, we've gotten some cool plans happen.
No, they have, but most of the time it ends up back to the point where we're drinking the piss out of the Gatorade next to the Dunkin' Donuts. It's all, you know, it's
I would
tradition.
100% do a Shark Tank.
Yeah, would you?
I would actually be down. We tried to do it.
We have to create a product first, and then
Oh, you mean go to Shark
like-
Tank? That's what I want to do for my 30th birthday.
Oh,
I want
my-
to pitch.
What would you pitch?
Oh, what would I pitch?
I want Mark Cuban to invest in me. No, I'd do a legit Shark Tank though. But now I'm curious to hear what you would pitch, Omar.
Oh yeah.
I want to pitch pants with an inflatable buttocks so you can sit anywhere.
They have that.
What? They have that?
It's called your ass. No.
I saw.
I got a fucking tiny ass, dude. My ass. There's a reason I call it the concave. This shit's fucking like it goes in more than out.
You got the Hank Hill.
Me too.
Yeah, I've got. Oh yeah, my ass is Hank Hill as shit.
If it makes you feel better,
I've
my
seen-
wife used to like when we first started dating, she was like, "Oh my God, I love your ass," and I'm like, "Oh, stop! You're a lot older than me. This is weird." But I told her to stop, and she hung on for a while. And now, 9 years later, we've gotten to the point where she's like, dude, you don't have an ass anymore. That sucks. And I'm
Oh,
like,
what happened to your ass?
I just
You let yourself go?
out of shape. I guess I'm out of shape now or something. But yeah, it's not there anymore.
It was eaten away.
Your fucking ass looks like Goofy's ears now, just like two droopy like teardrops.
Is that technically a lot of ass though?
It's a lot, but it's falling off.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
Wait,
like a
wait.
comfortable way to live.
Back to the inflatable ass.
Oh yeah, sorry, Shark Tank.
Wait, this exists?
Yeah, no, all right. So there's this new like safety device for elderly people where if they fall, there's like these airbags that like are wearing some kind of like vest and like pant apparatus where if they start falling, like it'll blow up. So if they
Wait,
fall
what?
backwards.
Oh, for
seen
like
those one
life
with
alert
the-
shit or something?
Yeah. So like
Motorcycle shit.
it'll detect if like an old person's like falling over, and then whatever side they're falling on, like it'll like inflate like an.
Wait,
airbag.
they're wearing like a whole fucking suit for this?
I think it's like disguised in clothes. Like it's probably.
Yeah, it's like a pretty thin thing. I've seen this with the motorcycle crashes where they're like,
Oh
like you're
yeah.
fucking
really? People using
crazy
motorcycles?
shit. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. I would.
I'm just imagining some like old guy, like an old person's home. He's going to like hug his wife and kiss her on the cheek, and then suddenly the suit expands and he just gets launched back.
Fucking flow back.
Yeah, fucking slammed against the wall.
Oh, that's like
Well,
yeah.
that's a good product for that.
Then
that
his
is
suit
fine.
goes off, so then he bounces back and then hits her in the fucking face.
Ooh.
It sounds like a metal song.
This sounds like we should have saved this for the saucy season. This is fucking hot. Jesus. I also like how we're all sitting here like, Ryan comes in and tries to segue that, and he's just like a normal man that doesn't eat people. He comes in and is just like, oh yeah, that thing for when old people fall. Or when I push them down.
Oh yeah, I've been testing it.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
My
somebody got
grandma
grandma
keeps
get
trying to get
back
up the
here.
stairs because the only bathroom we have is on the second floor, but I push her down every time. Okay, so well.
Don't
okay,
abuse your-
So apparently my Shark Tank idea is bullshit. So what? You pitch me something, Ryan. Your big fucking Nordic brain.
Well, now I'm put on the spot. I don't got anything in the hopper right now, but I would do a legit Shark Tank with you guys.
Yeah.
I would, charter a boat and go out and see how I steered that away from me.
Well,
Like that.
Good job. Nice segue.
well done.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
though,
want
go
to
ahead.
throw Big Harv into the ocean with sharks with a fucking like a T-bone steak tied to your swams.
I feel like you're just again having this thing where you're being unimaginative and you're like, wait a minute, I just watched Jackass. I got a great idea I got to bring up on the podcast, guys. Like,
All right, this could be a new way of doing brotherhood. We throw Harv in the water. We all like put our wrists and bleed into the water.
All doing a brotherhood thing, but only Big Harv is in the water with sharks.
I like
Yeah,
it.
putting him on a spot.
Devoured.
Sounds fun to me because I'm included.
Sacrificial lamb. We'll take care of Laura.
We actually did Blood Brothers when we were younger.
Oh,
Except for
no,
Big
we
Harv,
did it
kinda.
worse. So basically, what we were, Omar had this basement, and it really just became this pit of sin and awfulness.
Chaos.
Just like literally, like
No rules.
I really do think, like, it inspired other drug trips in some ways. Of like it's somebody else's bad trip if you walked in that basement. You're like, what the fuck are they doing down here? Why do they smell so bad? Why are they so lame? They have no friends. Anyway,
Why is that guy bringing a key into his friend's back?
yeah. So we did like a
You
lot
guys
of
branded each other?
yeah. Well,
We have branded each other before, yes.
we actually we branded somebody named Brandon.
Yeah, that was the funniest part. We
Come on.
branded Brandon with a key,
Who?
like a metal key.
Yeah, he might show up on the show at one point, or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the night Omar's talking, Blood Brothers, the night he's talking about Omar's, and I feel so bad for Gabby, poor Omar's mom. We talk about her too much on the
She's a
show,
legend.
and we thank her so much for just tolerating us. But I guess we're just gonna bring out a little story from the past. She had this liquor cabinet that was right next to the kitchen. Well, pretty much because we demolished that shit.
Dude, that shit was gone. Like,
There was one time we took out what's the coffee tequila Patron? The coffee Patron.
it was a coffee Patron.
yeah. So there was one time that me and Omar like, it was a gift to your mom. Broke it, drank it. My mom bought one to replace it, and then we drank the one that my mom bought as a gift to your mom to replace it. So we were just like really like we weren't horrible kids, but we were shit kids. So there was a one particular bottle in that cabinet that we always found. We always made our way to. And
this is why I hate gin to this day.
We can't drink gin. My wife drinks gin. My wife's family loves gin, and they're always like, "Just try it, you'll like it." I'm like, "It will never fucking happen."
You don't understand.
Flashbacks.
Because all we did in high school is we would steal the Bombay Sapphire, the blue bottle that looks like Curacao or like the fucking hair shit, and we would each take at minimum, and we kind of like made it a rule. The minimum was 10 shots.
That is intense. As an underdeveloped 15-year-old.
It was not 10. It was probably like 5.
It was 10.
All right.
It was 10.
Would that bottle even have enough for 10 for each of us?
The night that you, me, and Dylan were in the hot tub, it did.
Oh yeah, there was only 3 of us that night.
But I don't want
to. And it was the big Bombay.
Yeah. Like, I know I'm an exaggerator. This was like stupid high school shit. We shouldn't have done this. Like, this was dumb. And this is why this happened. So we go up there.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, we get and it's just straight, which I don't know if for anybody on here who's watching who might not have tried gin. I don't know if there's any fans. If you're a fan of gin, fuck you.
Pine needles.
Fuck you. It's just like gross, throw-uppy pine needles. So yeah, we get the old bottle, the old, classic. We do a bunch of shots, and then we're like, let's do Blood Brothers. So it's Omar, 2 of our friends who I'm not going to name because they probably don't want to be involved in this. And what they did is they did the traditional thing where they take the knife and they cut the hand. And I'm like, guys, but I'm not into self-mutilation. Why would I do that? So literally, instead, I take all of their open hands and open my mouth.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and just got...
No, so you're forgetting one thing. It wasn't because you didn't want to. It was because you had staph infection.
Oh, yeah!
From Warp Tour. And you just had gotten back from the hospital maybe a week ago.
Yeah.
And so you didn't want to infect us with staph infection, so we just poured our blood in your fucking mouth.
Listen, I had to get my
Psycho Satanist.
Oh my god.
At least you consider it.
Yeah. Oh no. So we actually got that. Yeah. Speaking of being stupid fucking kids, I got staph infection not from Warped Tour, from A Day to Remember concert, which I almost didn't go to because we almost got caught for stealing alcohol from a local store. So. Yeah, basically anything that had staph infection was deserved. Yeah. So that's the story.
How many times have you had staph infection?
Only once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm in fear of getting it again because it sucks, man. Don't do it.
1 for 1.
Yeah.
Batting 100.
His elbow exploded basically.
Yeah, I was sitting in the car and hanging.
Super swollen.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was me. Wasn't it you, me, and Jamie? And we were hanging on the beach, and then my arm started
Well, first it was a pimple, right?
Yeah. It started.
And then his elbow just got fucking huge, and then.
Wait, what the fuck is a staph infection?
So
you get it from body fluids, So it was basically body fluids, sweat got into Big Harv's cut in
sweat.
Concert. Yeah.
Sweat. Yeah. So basically, Schwinn, it mostly happens to athletes and stuff like that. It's really common to wrestlers or people sharing locker rooms. It's just sweat based kind of shit. It's disgusting. You can die from it. So yeah, just wash your hands and clean up after you wrestle people.
I really think I got that on my finger when I was younger, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Because I've been getting them when I went back to Thailand too, because how humid it was. I think my hands sweat a lot when it's humid, and then I started having that kind of
hives, kind of.
Yeah, I would just keep scratching and just keep peeling and bloody.
This is definitely the best audio podcast we've had so far, because we just went from Omar talking about and Ryan and all of us talking about fucking pus and gross shit. Schwinn, Schwinn, you were also stuck and trapped. Well, not trapped is not the word, but you were stuck in Thailand for a while. How was that?
It looked awful.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Fuck, man. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty hard to get in. Had to do a bunch of quarantine and stuff like that, which I think it's a good measure. It's all good measure, but it could get pretty excessive, and a lot of but I like a lot of stuff that they're doing in Thailand in terms of like COVID mandate. There's some futuristic ass shit like where you walk through you know, when you go into like a factory and they like completely like you know, they kill all the bacteria and whatnot. Like
Yeah,
you walk
yeah,
through
yeah.
this
It's like
thing.
the thing. It's like the thing in fucking
Tunnel
Monsters
thing?
Inc. where it's like a doorway.
Yeah.
that sanitizes
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
You just like literally walk in and they're like,
That's kind of
Like some
sick though.
sci-fi
shit.
shit.
It would hit you and you walk through and that shit basically everybody go through that. And
That's
they
pretty
like
cool.
take your temperature and shit, but they're not like people taking temperature. They're just all like machines.
It's like
So
automated. Yeah.
yeah, it's all automated. So it was like, it's pretty sick. Like even going to like 7-Eleven and shit, people take your temperature. It's pretty gnarly.
Pretty cool.
It's cool that
Like the
yeah.
most sci-fi way possible. It's like one of those like spacecrafts where they put you in like the what do you call those chambers to like change the oxygen levels?
Oh,
Yeah.
Like decompression chamber.
Yeah, it's like,
Whoa,
Yeah.
fucking college is here.
Like that.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, I was
wanted
there for
to
a
be a
month.
scientist one day.
One time. So yeah, and you also went skydiving while you were over there, correct? Was that?
Oh, dude, yeah. Skydiving, that was the first time actually I went anywhere like it wasn't even in my like itinerary. I didn't even plan it.
That's
so
so
it was
sick.
We went to this place up north. It wasn't really far north. It was in the like we call it the Big Mountain. We had a house over there and we stayed in that house. Apparently it's next to like some private airport that they do like skydiving there.
That's
And then
so
we saw like
fucking
people
cool.
just like coming down from the sky, and it was my brother's girlfriends actually that said that, oh, we should do it.
Yeah,
And then
it's
my
fucking
brother's
awesome.
like, yeah, we should do it. We should do it today. And then I'm just like,
Jeez.
what the fuck? Today? Really?
I don't know if I
So-
could do that.
So I was like, all right, well, I guess
Were you
it's the best
scared
time as
going up?
any. Yeah, I was more scared going up for sure than coming down. I was like, really like literally seeing the whole life flashes before my eyes on the way up, and they keep asking me like, are you nervous? And I'm like, so they keep asking everybody. They ask you out loud, like, hey, you guys nervous? You guys nervous? Like my brother and his girlfriend was like, yeah, we're fucking ready to go, dude. We're not nervous at all. We're so excited. And I'm like,
And you're sitting there
Damn,
with a
I-
fucking pant full of piss.
Yeah.
I'm like literally seeing my life flashes before me right now. Have I done enough?
Your ass airbag is about to go off.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would have buy the fucking ass airbag if they were selling at the bottom of that.
Oh my
airport, yeah.
fucking god. I'm just picturing, like, you're saying he's full of piss. I'm picturing, like, him jumping out and then just all the peasants down below and all the townsfolk, like, Mommy, why is the rain yellow? Like, oh my fucking god. Yeah, speaking of skydiving, that's definitely, yeah, Schwinn, I don't know if you've heard, but the Slappy Hour goblins here, we're talking
Oh.
about eventually skydiving as a trio. Ryan's going to try and back
Yeah.
out of it. It's, you know, look at
No,
him.
we gotta do it.
We got it.
Wait,
Aw, dude.
Did we have this conversation, or am I
I think we had
forgetting?
it on the podcast.
This was
once it
this
came-
is like in the annal
Well, we're
of
having it
history.
right now, dude. You can't escape. No,
Yeah, you confirmed you would do it on the podcast at maybe episode
All right.
3 or something.
Look, you liquor me up, you can get me to do anything.
Yeah, I don't
For all
think you're
you guys
supposed to.
listening.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to have alcohol when you jump down the thing.
But we
You
won't
could-
tell them.
Well,
Ryan just fucking jumps off without the parachute, just holding his glass of whiskey.
they're gonna
Like,
know.
oh no, I forgot to switch it out.
Oh no, I've got to refill my drink. Not even acknowledging the fact that you don't have a parachute.
Yeah. So we got that. That's gonna be a goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we also got. I guess we talked about this a little earlier today, but I don't know if we talked about this on this episode or we talked about it earlier. But we're gonna do once we reach. We'll figure out the numbers later. But we're gonna do stand-up comedy. We're each gonna do a set.
Oh god, yeah, you said that last fight.
This is 3 challenges: one by land, one by air, one by sea.
One
we
by
got the-
social exclusion.
One
we
by
got-
public execution.
We got a Shark Tank, we got a skydive, and we have a stand-up comedy set.
Yeah, yeah.
What,
Look at
what's the
that.
scariest one?
Probably
stand-up comedy.
Yeah. we can all agree on
No
that.
doubt.
There's nothing more terrifying than people looking at you and judging you.
Yeah, man. I will throw myself out of a plane. I will stare down a great white. But man, if I have to stare at,
cut my hand and bleed into Big Harv's mouth.
I'll get stabbed
No
infection.
problem.
I'll like become this decrepit waste. But man, if you put me in front of like a 30-year-old white dude with a beard who doesn't like my jokes that much, that's it. I'm done. Yeah, pretty much all of us. Right?
Describe my demographic.
Oh fuck.
It's so funny. That's all. It's so true though. Like, why the fuck are social things the most terrifying things? Because it's like nothing bad is actually gonna happen.
No, literally.
And I generally don't really give a shit what people think about me, but in that scenario,
Oh, really? Because everybody that says I don't give a shit about what people think about me,
A lot of insecurities down there.
Yeah.
honestly, all right, look, there are.
You want to know how I know? Because I say that all the time.
I've been got.
No, I mean,
It's crazy. It's true though.
dude,
In many contexts, I don't care, but in few contexts, I do.
I think it's when you're like the center of attention of
Yeah.
something. It's like it's different.
No,
I hate
I'm-
being the center of attention.
Right, because then that's when everybody care about
It's like,
what you're
perform
doing.
for me, monkey.
Yeah.
Perform for me.
well,
Yeah,
what's worse for you guys? Really bad first-hand embarrassment or really bad second-hand?
All
Like
right,
watching
example.
someone else fucking fall.
Okay.
What makes you sweat more?
I'd
Like,
say
so-
second.
Yeah, so
Second.
What? Give me an example of a secondhand embarrassment, though. I'm having.
Like watching
anytime I
somebody
have to
else
watch you have a
really
conversation
fail.
about, no, I'm just kidding.
It's really embarrassing to watch, like
Watching this podcast.
Oh.
yeah, cringe videos. I mean, I feel embarrassed for the person, but like I kind of
You laugh.
enjoy it. I like watching it. It's like watching a train wreck.
Yeah.
If it's me though, like get me out of there.
Okay, more, I guess, because you're talking about cringe videos. How about if it's a more personal scenario where it's you and me are doing the 7th grade book report and we're both going up. We both bomb. What's worse, you bombing? Are you having to sit there front row watching your best friend bomb, but you can't do anything? They're just sweating
I would feel a lot of empathy and really hate it.
for the
but,
second hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
It'd
think
still be worse
myself
if I was
first.
bombing. And also, you said a 7th grade presentation, but I'm pretty sure we did that together in college.
We did a book report?
Not a book report, but didn't we do something in our like what class was that? Marketing?
A presentation. Oh yeah, we did a presentation. I remember that. Yeah, and that's when Ryan taught me how to dress cool.
I was wearing like a pair of boots that Harv liked.
I was inspired to this day.
I'm like I got them at the 5 and dime.
I don't know. Yeah.
The one weird thing about like those social things, like feeling uncomfortable in social situations, and I think it is in its own way a form of mask, is like if you know me or Big Harv or someone like that, like we'll do fucking ridiculous shit and like be the center of attention, like get naked at a party, whatever, like all this bullshit that makes us look like absolute fools.
Not me. But anyway, go on.
Sure. Absolute fools. And like that never bothers me. Like I never feel any form of discomfort. But for some reason, like little weird things, like doing a stand up or like a book report or something.
I feel like
Because we're generally like pretty like performative, like entertainer, like
performative.
a little bit, right? Like
I just never the fucking word. But you're fucking court jesters. This is what you are.
yeah, like we're okay being the fool essentially. Like we're down to like be the fuckos, like at like be the disgusting like fucking rat people at a party.
Yeah, but
like,
those are not
just
real
to make people
fools.
laugh, I guess.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
those are because you're making people laugh, and I don't think that's real fools, because I think real fools are the one that doing book reports and kind of bomb because they're
Yeah, but why
they're
is stand-up comedy then harder than doing like what we would do?
I also think, Omar, the reason that you like don't get embarrassed, and like maybe for me too, like don't get embarrassed like making a fool out of yourself in that way, is because like you don't care when you're doing that, right? Like, we don't care. Like, and I'm not saying we don't care about, like, the shit we do, especially nothing, like, related to this. But when you're doing stand-up or something like that, you personally like comedy.
Care about the performance.
And you care about the performance, and you're really harsh of a critic. And we've said it on the show before, we're all, like, insane critics. We hate ourselves. Like, we're really fucking rough on that shit. But also, yeah, when you're doing something that you could slightly care about, it's gonna matter more when you fuck up.
Right, yeah.
You
It's
know?
like when you're doing music, you'd want to, like, you actually care about it, so you're more nervous.
No, and you too.
Yeah, like
yeah, go ahead,
like
Ryan.
like at a party, like you know probably a lot of the people there, and you're reading the room and kind of feeling the moment, and then you're reacting to that moment. But stand up or something like that's not really like an organic environment. Like you're walking up onto stage, expected to make people laugh.
Right,
like
yeah.
you're like you have to try to feel out people's humor.
It's pressure of expectations.
The
kind of
pressure,
thing.
yeah, the pressure of expectation. For
Well,
sure.
same with music, and like I would always get really nervous, like playing a show, like the first show after I hadn't played for a while was like so nerve-wracking. But then once you get up there and like you're back at it, like
yeah.
fine. Every other show after that's fine.
Yeah.
After some
Expectation kills you, dude. It's like such a stupid thing, but like it does.
Legit. And you two know from fucking, like, probably every show I've ever played or any time, like, I worked with you guys, like, Ryan's saying, like, yeah, like, you just get so fucking nervous with the expectations. Being in a studio, and you guys can fucking, like, vouch for this, I go fucking insane because I am just so stressed. I am, like, if I fuck up anything, like even the smallest note, we're all fucked. I'm wasting people's time. My friends are here. I look up to all my friends, so like, and I respect them as musicians, so I'm like, now I'm wasting their time by fucking up.
Yeah.
And then you have to listen to it back, where then you go to like play a show, and even when we play, like we play bad shows or something like that, it's still like, that was the best fucking 20 minutes of my life. Like,
I think with shows, at least, like even if you don't play perfectly, it doesn't matter as long as the energy's there.
no, it's just fun. Like, shows are like, for me, and I know it's different. It's like some people are like, I just love recording. Like some people are 100% like that. But man, like, no, for me, shows. So
Well, shows is like the social experience. It's like the connection between the crowd, whether or not you're big or not. Like you're still having some sort of like back and forth between them.
Yeah, and then studio is just the only back and forth you have is with your own brain. So it's like,
Yeah.
no, thank you, go
The
away.
best part about creating in a studio is when you happen across like
Gold.
something new, like gold, like you play a different part over a lead.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, that tickled my chain to
That is great. Yeah, that's the exciting part. Is like creating new things other than what was intended initially. Yeah, nothing can match like playing live.
For sure.
Even if you mess up.
It's a different skill. It's a different skill set and like vibe.
Nah, and nothing like. Once you stop playing, kind of like Ryan was saying, like you get back after a while. But once you stop playing, man, there's nothing you want more. Like to play. It's like, and like I'm not like some like Mr. Rockstar guy. This isn't a fucking like local New York band. Like, but man, not playing a show once you have played a couple in a row or something like that.
Like a high that you can't get back to.
It's fucked up. It's just like, and I'm not like,
compare it.
Yeah. Oh.
I compare it to riding a roller coaster. I love roller coasters, but I haven't ridden one in a while. So next time I go to a theme park, I'm gonna be really nervous to go on that first roller coaster. Once I do, I'm like, all right, where's all the rest of them?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, and kind of like Ryan, the first show that I come back, it's going to be like a roller coaster, except the roller coaster from Final Destination 2 that crashes and burns and everybody dies, and their parents are like, no, Harv, you shouldn't have done music. This was a waste of your time. But anyway, we're getting off the roller coaster now.
We went from skydiving to roller coasters.
It's been
time to get off that roller coaster because we're leaving this podcast here,
Yeah.
settling down with some deep talks. Now we can all relax. Take
You gotta leave it without expectation, dude.
hanging out with that employee that also runs the machine but also jerks off in the popcorn sometimes. It's really weird, but you can't say anything about it, so it's whatever.
Extra salty.
Oh my God. And Ryan, that is the perfect place to end this podcast with some extra salt right on the birthday cake. Schwinn, thank you for being here. We love you. You are such a just beautiful man, a great friend, a model, skater, talented photographer. Like, I can't stop praising you. Please just take over for these two. I'll take two of you. You know, I don't need these guys anymore.
Need more clones of Schwinn.
We do.
I agree.
And we also need more clones of our glorious Patreon producer, Shane Unwin, baby. Oh! That's really all the excitement.
We all gotta say something nice about Shane again, right?
Do you almost say Schwinn?
Schwinn.
Schwinn.
Schwinn, if you're paying for Patreon, I gotta know. All right, go on.
Shane is such a fucking glorious god that when he gets on stage to do stand-up, he just gets up there and people are immediately crying, laughing, puking their brains out because he's just so fucking funny.
I heard Shane is also the guy that not only makes people puke and poop and brain and cry and do all that shit that Omar just said, that Omar just said, but he's also the custodial staff cleaning all of the mess up that he made after the show.
Oh.
Yeah, we were talking about clones, but Shane actually breakthrough in technology. He figured out how to clone himself, and he made 2 clones of himself, one to skydive without a parachute and one to go into a shark tank, but no tank.
And the third one to catch the guy falling from the parachute. This guy.
Yeah. He jumped too late, and that guy wasn't in the right spot. So.
Do you see what it is, Schwinn? We just let him go.
Original Shane is still around, so God bless his heart.
Shane is a gnarly dude.
That seems like the best way after Ryan's fucking.
Certified Schwinn approved.
Yeah. Honestly, that's all we need. We need to get like everything we do. We'll get a little Schwinn like stamp seal of approval. We'll actually make one, like a real one. But Schwinn, man, we love you. Thank you so much for fucking coming on. Everybody, fucking raise a glass if you got one at home for Schwinn and Omar's birthday. We'll celebrate a little more next week. But until then, Schwinn and everybody having a sip right now, where can everybody find you guys on the socials before you head out of here?
Go ahead, Schwinn.
I'll be on Instagram mostly. I'm just posting my artwork and that. So
We didn't even talk about how Schwinn is literally the best artist I know, like hands down. Like, you know, in the field that we are, like he's just like, I don't think there was because we went to art school together and like. Literally nobody in our school was better than Schwinn.
We can't.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't want to like, because we're not gonna like talk about any like we don't really talk about any like work specific, job specific stuff, anything we do. But I will say that the first like within the first 20 minutes of eating Schwinn, we came into him and Omar's place and we went up to his loft and checked out just some of his like personal artwork. And for years, I have hype man Omar. For years, I have touted Omar as the greatest artist of all time. I've been like, I look up to this guy. He's amazing. Nobody can fucking top him. In 20 minutes, Schwinn was like, this guy fucking sucks. And I agree. No, but really, Schwinn, like,
exactly.
Man, you are, and that's not knocking Omar. Everybody, I fucking love this kid's art. But fucking,
the artist,
but Schwinn, man, you are so talented, and I can't wait till people get to actually like see a bit more of your work. So everybody go check out Schwinn's Instagram. Omar, Ryan, where can the lovely people find you?
Wait.
Schwinn didn't mention his Instagram.
What's his Schwinnstagram?
Oh shit! It's Schwinn _ Mas.
Sorry.
Yeah, Schwinn
So
_
we'll have that on the page down in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, check in the description, and we'll link it and all that. So go follow Schwinn there.
Yeah, so I'm at Ramen Doodles Art on Instagram, and then you can also check out my portfolio on ramendoodles.squarespace.com.
Anything new on there for me to be excited about?
Oh well, fuck! I guess I should announce that I got a new job at for a Netflix show.
Woo!
Make that.
That is pretty dope.
Well,
Yeah, really.
wait,
That's birthday
And I'm starting on March 28th.
Omar, did you just say branded content as in you just got hired to work on a new Netflix title?
That's what I'm saying.
I have something just as surprising. I've been saying that I've been without a phone, but really, it's just because I got the new Samsung 22 Ultra,
What?
Wow.
who we are not endorsed by. Please sponsor us.
Wow, you still haven't sold out the iPhone.
No. I'm gonna cut.
Right.
There's no point. I just wanted to be a dick there. I'm so. Yeah, Ryan. Where can everybody find you, friend?
You can find me at Ryan Gregg Photography at Instagram or ryangreggphotography.com. I'm starting to take on more client work, so if you're in the upstate New York area and care to get any photography done, I'm your boy.
You're so bashful when you're plugging yourself.
I know.
I love. No, it's good. That's a good thing. That's a good quality for people
We
to have.
fucking
man.
love Ryan's photography. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, growing the fucking hair.
Like kicking my feet.
Yeah, I've seen you kick your feet before.
I can't wait to get nudes done by Ryan so that I can, send them out to the good people of the
Come
world.
on up. We'll do some really like tasteful black and white.
Yeah, once we start doing our OnlyFans content, where it's just our fucking hairy ass cheeks
Oh,
pinned together,
Now,
tangled
Ben-
together.
And mine would be kind of no hair in it.
Yeah, yours is
Mine
smooth
would
as
be
shit.
yours is the most desirable out of all of us, Schwinn. We know.
Yeah.
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 Omar,
know.
now,
Be
now
like-
bend over. Now bend over and spread them.
That's
I
artistic
want
side.
to braid my ass hairs to your guys' ass hairs in like a triangle of, and then Schwinn's ass can be in the middle, kind of coming out of the bottom.
I want to be on a third one, like if you are in a line, there'll be like a 2 hair and then like 1 clean and then no hair. It's pretty artistic.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the end of the podcast. It's been really great. Slappy, happy, slappy birthday, kicking teeth, and it's all been good. Go check out our Buy Me a Coffee for this month. Remember, 100% of everything we're making this month goes directly to Ukraine, Red Cross, and Omar, what was the other charity you put in?
UNICEF.
UNICEF. We're splitting it down the middle. Check out our new Buy Me a Coffee. You can donate there. It's real easy, and you're not tied into some monthly subscription like Patreon. So please go check that out. And yeah, check all these crazy
Or at
people
the very
out.
least, directly support them.
Or please, honestly, like we don't need the money in the same capacity. So yeah, look through, and then also look for companies that match too. If you can double your donations for places like that, because that will go a long way. But it's been a long fucking week and a long fucking episode. We love y'all. Have a good night.
Salutations.